Professional sports operate within a highly competitive business environment where success is often tied closely to market value, media attention, and revenue generation. In leagues around the world, athletes and organizations are constantly measured by how much interest they bring to the sport through television ratings, ticket sales, sponsorships, and fan engagement. For many years, the Women's National Basketball Association worked to build its audience and financial stability while receiving structural support from the National Basketball Association. That partnership helped the league survive and grow through periods when women's professional basketball was still fighting for consistent visibility and commercial backing. Today, however, the conversation around the league is changing rapidly. The arrival of highly visible stars, most notably Caitlin Clark, has dramatically expanded attention around the sport. Clark's transition from a record-breaking college career into the professional ranks drew unprecedented television audiences, social media engagement, and sponsorship interest. Many analysts credit that surge of attention with bringing millions of new fans into the women's basketball ecosystem. At the same time, negotiations between league leadership and the Women's National Basketball Players Association have highlighted long-standing debates about revenue sharing, player compensation, and league resources. Some players believe the recent growth in popularity should translate into larger salaries, improved benefits, and a greater share of league revenue. League ownership, meanwhile, must balance those requests with the broader economics of operating a professional sports organization. Against that backdrop, Clark's presence on the international stage, through training camps and potential participation with United States women's national basketball team in competitions governed by FIBA, adds another dimension to the conversation. International tournaments provide a global platform for the sport, often reaching audiences beyond traditional domestic leagues. For supporters of women's basketball, the key question is how these different forces will shape the future. The rising commercial power of star players, the push by athletes for improved economic terms, and the league's effort to maintain sustainable growth. What is clear is that the sport is entering a pivotal moment, one where popularity, business strategy, and player influence are all evolving at the same time.
Yeah, let's see them cook up for a little bit. Chelsea, no look, Caitlin, side dribble. Main thing is they're enjoying themselves, man. I love it. Okay, Angel to Stu, easy work. It seems like Caitlin is hanging with Kelsey a lot. Paige always yelling. Paige yelling about anything these days.
Footage from recent training sessions with the United States women's national basketball team shows a noticeably different atmosphere from the tense conversations surrounding league negotiations. Inside the gym, players such as Caitlin Clark and Breanna Stewart can be seen laughing, competing, and encouraging one another during practice. For many fans, those moments capture the joy and competitive spirit that make elite athletes love the game. That scene contrasts with the more serious tone surrounding the ongoing labor discussions involving the Women's National Basketball Association and the Women's National Basketball Players Association. Negotiations about salaries, revenue sharing, and working conditions have created tension across the sport, with public statements from players, union leaders, and league officials shaping the media narrative. Some commentators argue that the positive, relaxed energy visible in international training settings offers a reminder of what fans ultimately care about: the basketball itself. When star players appear focused on competition and teamwork, it can project stability and enthusiasm for the sport, something sponsors, broadcasters, and fans all pay close attention to. Clark's rising popularity has also intensified the discussion about star power in women's basketball. Her record-breaking college career and strong professional debut have attracted millions of new viewers, leading many analysts to debate how much individual stars influence television ratings, ticket sales, and the broader commercial growth of the sport. At the same time, other initiatives across women's basketball, such as the Unrivaled, have been launched to explore new formats and expand opportunities for players. Like any new sports venture, those projects face the challenge of building a consistent audience and sustainable business model. In the end, the current moment reflects a broader transformation happening in women's basketball. The sport now sits at the intersection of growing global popularity, powerful individual stars, evolving media investments, and ongoing negotiations about how revenue and opportunity should be shared. How those forces balance out will play a major role in shaping the next era of the game. Hashtag.
Teams while y'all looking too. Look, Angel knocking him down, dog. I know it's quick. Caitlin with the game winner. Caitlin with the game winner, dog. Got the stun on him. Come on, man.
Moments like a dramatic, game-winning shot often capture why star players become the centerpiece of modern sports business. When Caitlin Clark hits a clutch shot in a practice or exhibition and the clip spreads rapidly across social media, it highlights how powerful individual star appeal can be in today's media-driven sports economy. Executives and owners across the Women's National Basketball Association are very aware of that dynamic. Figures such as Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, Joe Tsai, and Matt Ishbia operate in a world where viewership, sponsorships, and media rights determine long-term league growth. When a player generates viral highlights and attracts massive fan engagement, owners naturally view that popularity through the lens of market expansion and media value. The current conversation also intersects with negotiations involving the Women's National Basketball Players Association. As deadlines approach and discussions about salaries and revenue sharing continue, some fans worry about the possibility of a work stoppage. In professional sports, the threat of a strike or lockout is often part of the leverage both sides use during collective bargaining negotiations. A potential disruption would affect players differently. Many athletes rely primarily on their league contracts for income, while a small number of high-profile stars have additional revenue streams through endorsements, sponsorships, and international play. Because of her popularity, Clark would likely still have opportunities to remain visible through global competitions organized by FIBA, including tournaments connected to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup pathway. Broadcast partners are also paying attention to how the sport evolves. Networks such as TNT Sports and others continue to invest in women's basketball content, evaluating which competitions and storylines will draw the largest audiences. Meanwhile, the labor negotiations remain complex because the league includes players at very different financial stages. Some veterans and stars have global visibility, while many role players depend heavily on new contracts each season. With a large percentage of players entering free agency at any given time, the urgency to reach an agreement can be significant. Ultimately, the debate is less about a single player and more about the broader economic future of the sport. As women's basketball grows in popularity and media value, both league leadership and players are trying to determine how that growth should translate into salaries, benefits, and long-term stability for everyone involved.